Good morning, everyone. It's Anahata. I was going to do a filter on this water with rainbows and stuff, but then I realized water on its own is that magical. I actually am just sitting out here on my lanai. It's a beautiful day. Wonderful flora, fauna, water, color, frequency. There's some beautiful birds chirping a second ago. Got my 528 hertz wind, what is that called? Anyway, the vane, not the vane, the vane. What are those things called? It'll come to me if it comes to me, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. And I want to do this quick video because there's two things happening today that you could partake in that could transform your life. Both of them, I believe, are equally as powerful, but different in what they give. And so I want to describe the first one because it's happening at 2 p.m. Eastern. It was supposed to happen yesterday, but there was a glitch that wouldn't allow me to go live in time. And so I just said, you know what? I'm going to take that space and breath, and we'll give it another go today, but it's working now and all is well. So I'm going to be streaming into my YouTube at 2 p.m. Eastern for an hour, and I'm going to give you guys the red pill of watercolor sound. And I know you guys, if you're resonating with me at all, are into it because it makes such a difference. So many people over the years have said, the secrets of the universe, frequency, it is watercolor sound. That's the gist of the essence of energy that we have access to on this bandwidth of time space here in the length, width, height, gravity region, Mother Gaia. And so, light, that is life, water, that's life, sound gives life, the vibration, let there be light. God spoke, the sound, the color, the frequency. And we know cymatics, C-Y-M-A-T-I-C-S, is freaky deaky. It's, as I said, I saw earlier this short, which I will try and find again, of this dude who is just mesmerized by these drops of water that are suspended in air. And it's not like magic or a trick or AI. It's actually real, and you can look at the way that sound affects matter through cymatics. It's the art of visually looking at that, and it's just so cool. You could stare at it all day because when you see the shape of whole tones, you understand the incredibly intricate organizational power of the force of sound. And it can distort or it can bring coherence. And that's what I'm going to talk to you today about inside my sound bath. Well, I'm not going to talk to you about that. I'm going to have you feel it. If you bring a glass of water to this free workshop and set it in front, when we get to that portion, you're going to just let that water in front of you soak it up in the water of your body. Headphones are encouraged at that point. And then that's it. We're going to drink it into our cells. Now, it's called hydro water, cymatics sound, somatics, S-O-M, right? Because somatics is the interpretation of your internal versus external. And this is the dance we play when we are here in these human bodies, this illusion of false separation, which is completely false. But, with our limited senses, it looks pretty dang real that I'm sitting here and that water is there and that there's air in between. And, all of these electromagnetic energy fields are set up to convince us that this simulation we're in is very physical. And I'll get into that, the dangers of that in a minute, but my next little segment. But for now, I just want you to know there is no fancy equipment needed to activate sound in water and drink it. And it cracks me up. Someone just sent me something from the Arcturian Council, some channeling about how water isn't just water. And I'm like, well, no, Dip, I've been talking about this for 10 years, but it just delights me that everyone's getting the same memo. Now, what I think I've done that's unique with that is the somatics, the psychosomatics of it. Somatic, your body is your subconscious mind. And so if you are 100% on board with a goal you have, good luck if you aren't addressing your subconscious, because even if you're 100% on board, that's 10%. And actually that's being really, really generous. Most of us are just on auto dial. I think Bruce Lipton says we have 180,000 thoughts per day, and 95% of them are the same. So, this is where if it isn't part of our identity, we can't identify with it. And because we can't identify with it, we can't take steps outside our comfort zone, because it's literally not our reality. It's just not us. Fill in the blank with all the BS that keeps us safe. So there are, again, two things I want to bring to your attention today. One of them's happening at 2 p.m. It's the Hydrocymatic Somatics. Yes, I made that up. I coined that term. And it's a thing, and you can get certified in it, actually, because imagine being able to determine where this distortion is in someone's field and resolve it through whole tones, color, and codes, and infuse that into water and have them drink in that reality. I've been doing this for 10 years. In fact, April 15th, coming up next week, is my 10-year anniversary. I cannot believe it. It has been asking and the universe giving me cookie crumbs, delight after delight, and also dukkha. It's been extremely harrowing. All of the, overcoming, diving in, discovering, sharing, trials, tribulation, my own junk, right? All of this layer after layer. It's a spiral. It's a cycle going up and up and up. And this, now I have something really fun to bring to the party. So I hope you come to that. It's an hour long. Bring a glass of water, experience the sound bath, and perhaps I will inspire you to become certified in this modality where I'm teaching people how to map color into sound, how to translate, how to breathe, and then how to use water as that bridge in delivering. It's cutting edge. There's nothing like it on the planet. We don't need fancy light machines, infrared, all these things. We don't need to buy, crystal healing bowls. And look, guys, those things are really amazing they are, but are you going to do it 24/7? No. Water goes to work for you, and you ingest it, it becomes you, it translates. It's a holographic supercomputer of divine intelligence, which is ready to receive the things you want it to carry and amplify that out into your field. And so I'm really pumped about it. It's going to be a fun time. Bring a friend, and I'll put the link in the description of this video. The second thing I want to dot you with is this really interesting concept that you may have heard of, and the terms I think are a little off given, just the old age of it. It's Rudolf Steiner. He's an old timer, long gone, incredible man. And he would speak frequently about the Luciferic and the Ahrimanic forces, the polarities that are on the planet. And now look, I'm not talking about Satan and some dude named Ahriman who's here to destroy you. I'm talking about the way he described the two polar ends of our existence, where we don't often center in the Christed center, which is the path of least resistance and flow. And so it's very easy to understand. You'll get it really quickly, and then you'll understand why what I'm offering is so valuable, and it's also free. And we start day after tomorrow. Well, truth be told, we start tomorrow with intermittent fasting. So yeah, spoiler alert, it's fasting. I am writing a book that's launching at the end of this month called Liquid Lunar Lunch. And it's all about the cycles, honoring the cycles of your life, and also leveraging that superpower woven in the fabric of moon, right? The moon. because we can get really good at dreaming, maybe not so good at executing. We could get good at executing, but not so good if something doesn't go our way. And we need to learn all of these keys to manifestation in order to sort of pass the level and graduate. And so it really makes the simulation a lot more fun when you can play with the power of the moon. We're having a powerful pink moon coming up on the 13th, and that is a full moon. And so this is a unique time to celebrate the past, to honor where we've been, even if it's painful, to mine the gold, to expose with loving light the totality of our reality. This is not living in dreamland. This is what it is, and it is. But do you want it to be? And then as the moon wanes after that, the next cycle is all about letting go of the shit that is in your way. The false evidence appearing real, the fear, the distortions. Now, how do we get distorted? Well, we swing that pendulum back and forth on those two inverted forces. One is I'll do the Luciferic first because it's the one that my tribe is involved with, and I was to a certain point until consciousness made it clear that, head in the clouds, 5D, we're ascending out of this. Wait a minute. No, we're here. We are here. Don't bastardize the now. The now is the moment. That's all we ever have. And so we shouldn't be wishing we're somewhere else. We shouldn't be escaping. That is what Luciferian energy polarity is, according to Steiner. It's that anywhere but here. It's the distortion and illusion of, it's spiritual bypassing. It's being, so caught up in spiritualism that we aren't grounded here in reality. And it brings symptoms, of dis-ease, of disconnection. So be wary of that, because most of us who are on this path, at least with me, infusing sound and frequency, color into water and drinking it for your chakra mapping. Hello, that's pretty, out there, etheric. But there, we need to anchor it in the now, right? That's the balance. And so the other end, though, is a lot of where a lot of people are that have no clue about spiritual quantum. What are you even talking about? Water? No, that's just liquid. Oh yeah, this is really quote unquote woo woo. Those types of people. They may, if they're in it without being balanced. I'm not saying anyone who's not spiritual is automatically on the Ahrimanic pendulum, but could be. And that's where you are solely rooted in physicality. You take the doctor's word for it because they know best, because they're practical and they have a degree. You don't question authority because, they've been paid to look after us, and they've got the answers, certainly not me. This materialistic, I've got to work my hands to the bone to get fill in the blank. And this is, life is about acquiring. It's the materialism, it's the lack of spiritual. So again, those two pendulums swinging, and it's funny because either end of those don't bring the ultimate peace that centering in the Christ at center point does, which is the source point, which is being grounded in the now. And you can kind of experience it, even if you're not spiritual, being in the center path, as if you're in love. When you get to know someone and you're head over heels in love, your head's in the clouds, but your feet are on the earth. You're enjoying every moment. You're in the physical, but you're also like, wow, this is next level, right? So that's the best way I can describe the Christ at center path. You're in love. But you're in love with life. You're in love with the journey of life. And so this is where I want to bring you into the beautiful bow of fasting. Because if we are not eating, getting the nutrients, we're not grounded. If we're too, extreme, it's Luciferic. On the other end, if we're gluttonous, if we're eating, it applies to food. And actually today I'm giving you a guide in a few minutes that's called alchemical foods, and you can look up the spectrum of foods. And if you're feeling really on one end, let's say you're feeling really ungrounded and just like you need to get a grip on, you've got all these dreams and nothing's really materializing. You've got to balance that, offset that with some root vegetables and you know what I mean? Like you want to get down into it. Same way if you're, overeating, indulging and really heavy and stagnant and things are hard or whatever, you can lighten up with certain foods. So this is food alchemy. There's a recipe book I'm going to give you, a guide. It's like, I think it's 20 pages maybe, I don't know, but peruse through it. Learn a little bit about Ayurveda, balancing your dosha through the power of food and what each one represents and why. But then here's the thing, starting tomorrow, we're intermittent fasting. We are taking a solid 16-hour segment of our 24-hour cycle to not eat. And then the 13th, we wake up, we don't eat anything all day. We can have blessed infused water, which is just so trippy. People are like, what do you have? How can you get by on water? Oh, people can go 45 days, 80 days just on water. But I think that's a little extreme. But you do want to get into the 36-hour or more range, because that's when your body is literally eating your crap, eating your fat, eating the toxins in your body, clearing it out. And so we cannot be in the center of now fully, I call it grounded and rising. We can't be grounded and rising if we are digesting. And I'm not making this up. You have a sympathetic nervous system, fight, flight, frozen. And when you finally get over that and you're not just getting by and you're expanding and you're blurring the line between yourself and the environment and you're becoming the all, then you dip into, sorry, I lost my train of thought, but I have so much I want to tell you. Come into the group. It's fasting, because what happens is you give yourself a break. Oh, right. Out of that fight, flight, frozen into parasympathetic nervous system. And what is parasympathetic? You're probably saying it in your brain already if you remember, science class. It is rest and digest. And that's what the breath does for you. It anchors in your spirit into your body, right? Breath. That's why we do breath work with it. But point being is you really aren't going to get much done if you're just in rest and digest. It's going to feel really good. Your body's going to be feeling held and accomplished or reset, but you aren't really going to expand past that and activate evolutionary DNA or profound gene expression when you're toxic, when your body has all this stuff to get through. And so that's the beauty of and the power of fasting. And so we're going to intermittent fast on the 11th, which is tomorrow. So tomorrow, between 12 and 8, you can eat, but don't eat a lot, and eat foods from the recipe, the list, the ingredient, the alchemical cookbook. It's not really a cookbook, it's just, the food, the ingredients, and if it's what end it's on and how to balance. So do that tomorrow, mindfully eating, maybe 2 small meals between noon and 8 tomorrow p.m. Your time. And then we'll go to bed tomorrow night, and that's it. We're going to not eat again until Sunday morning at 8. And that's going to be another day of fasting, intermittent fasting on Sunday at 8. Between 8 and 4, we can integrate more of those alchemical foods based on what our needs are. Now, guys, you're going to feel satisfied on the celebratory event of the full moon. This is the full moon happening on Saturday. Okay, so we'll wake up and we will just be in communion with the now. It's going to be, you're going to feel, because if you can get past hour 16, there's got to be some sacred math to the path of digestion on that one. Someone can look it up. Maybe I'll look it up and write about it, add it to my book. But it's that sweet spot of, if you get over 16, you're good. You're fine for probably even a couple more days without even thinking about food. And no buts, because I have a daughter who's an athlete, and the last cycle I did this, I had to cook her, gourmet really high quality organic protein and vegetables and all of it, right? Amazing food while I was fasting. And if I can do it, you can do it. So yes, it does fit into your lifestyle. No, you don't just stop what you're doing and like go into a cave and go, oh, I got to get through this. You're going to feel so energetic. Your brain fog will lift. This is hours, 16 through 32 or however many you end up doing. If you do it with us, it's 32. And so apophagy, that's what you want to reach, where your body is finally at rest and nothing. Rest and empty. That's it. You're empty to receive. And what a potent time this is to do that because of the juxtaposition of full moon and being empty. It means it's all here for you. It's all here. It's fully illuminated. You're going to get some crazy cool divine downloads, some awesome dreaming happening. Everything's a message for you at that point, and it's sacred. And your now moments become, as I said, grounded and rising. So head on over to the 2 places, and I'll put both of these links in the description of this video. The first one is come to the fasting. It's in the water activation fasting group. And once you're in there, head over to the files section. You can download tons of excerpts from my upcoming book, Liquid Lunar Lunch. But the most important thing is to tune in to the information I'm going to be giving you about how to create your mother well today in preparation for the fasting on Saturday. And juxtapose your alchemical eating guide, right? So that you can amplify, so that you can give yourself what you need, not what your parasites or stomach are screaming at you to receive, but what you really need. I always say this is not a diet, but you'll lose weight. This is not, it's crazy. It's absolutely amazing, this lifestyle. And we do it again. Like after we're done, we're going to gear up for the third quarter moon rather, as the moon wanes, and we're going to leverage superpowers, right? I'm also in the group, giving you all an amazing opportunity to pick an assisting frequency for the path for this cycle, for the next lunation or the next 30 days. What is it that your higher self really is looking to explore and level up in? And there's 6 choices, and those codes represent various parts of the path you could be on at this point as a floatarian, because that's it. You come for the fast, you stay for the lifestyle, because you're going to center in this flow state where you are engaged and winning, where life is not happening to you, it's happening through you as you, where you go with the flow and you leverage superpowers within those cycles to work harder, not smarter. You leverage the 80-20 rule. 80% of your results come from 20% of your input. Why are we wasting our time with the other 80? That could be spent in communion with the now, and in awe and reverence, and in appreciation, and in presence with our food, our family, our environment, and the person you become on this path. It's your best self, and it's joy of the journey. Then you can't have a bad day. I love when my students tell me, just the other day, another one, Dora, she's like, I don't have bad days anymore. And it's not that she doesn't have bad days. She's so resilient now. She can look at things through the lens that is most Christed. And I guess I'll leave you there. So join the fasting group. It's called Water Activation Fasting. And yeah, come on in. I just started this, guys, 2 weeks ago, and there's already, I believe, 240 people in there. This is a hot topic, because we all know the value and the stats on fasting and what it does for you physically. But I'm here to say what it does for you spiritually and emotionally as a masterful co-creator of your life is next level. It puts you in the driver's seat like nothing else I've ever experienced besides breath work, but we do that with that. And then guys, 2 p.m. today, be there or be square. Come for this beautiful sound bath. Bring a glass of water. If you're a practitioner especially, you're going to want to hear about how you can get certified. Doing these sessions for people, mapping out, and it's all vibrational. And there's a plan, right? Cymatics and color, that's medicine. Water is a carrier. Water is medicine. And your conscious exploration of, the dis-ease, mental, emotional, physical, that's happening can be resolved through the restorative power of water infused with color and sound. And no fancy equipment required. You can do sessions for people who live on the other side of the world. Funny how that works. Water, at the center of every water molecule, is a wormhole that connects that water to the waters. It is one actual thing. It's really wild. Spooky action at a distance. I love when I do sessions for people and I have them take a sip of their water before, and then we bless the water and they take a sip, and then we encode the water with color, frequencies, codes, and they drink that. And the evolution of the physical transformation that happens within the water is so undeniable. Even if you're like, yeah, this is bullshit, I don't believe this. Well, it's science, sorry. And science is catching up, I should say. We're realizing, oh, right, this does work. And, at one point, solfeggio frequencies, those whole tones, were banned from the public because of the qualities, because they were too amazing. And let's silence those. They were literally buried and taken out, only reserved for, of course, religion, because religion is all about power and fear-mongering. So, these priests and other people could use the tones, but no one else. Why is that? Well, that's because sound healing is real, and you can look it up. And measuring frequency in a body is scientific. You go to the doctor and they use MRIs and all these other scans. What are they doing? They're scanning your energy. Sorry to tell you, if you still don't believe in energy medicine, it's not new age. It is medicine. It is medicine. And the current, quote unquote, modern, it's postmodern. It's really not modern. It's pretty barbaric in most cases. If you squint your eyes, in certain circumstances, it's relevant, but really life-saving, and that's it. Any chronic issue you're experiencing, stay away from the doctors and hospitals, period, the end. You've got to do the inner work. And if you don't believe me, that's fine. Hopefully you wake up before it's too late. But you can give yourself the information you need to return to wholeness. And it's found in God's divine blueprint of light and sound. And you have a beautiful vehicle, your body, that has meridians, nadis, energy pathways, and even your lymph system to process all of that out. And so come to that today at 2, and I'll teach you how to think about it. I will give you a sound bath, and I will tell you more about the very exciting certification where you can become a CH, a certified Hydrocymatic Somatic SP. CHSP, how would that look next to your name? And you be doing amazing work for people all around the world on your own schedule as a supplement for what you're already doing and or your main gig, however you want to do it. I'm blessed to be working from where I want, when I want, for whom I want, and for people who love it. And right now I'm in Venice, where I live, in Southwest Florida. And I'm headed to Mexico this weekend because of this amazing company that works with phototherapy that I have discovered through one of my good friends now, Jessica. Can't wait to see you, girl. If you're here listening, we both received the all expense paid trip as one of the incentives. But I would be, sharing this anyway. It's like, that's a nice little cherry on the top, but really the stories of the people who have used this technology. It's affordable, it's wearable, everyone should have it. and it just enhances, you know, there's no ingredients. It's non-transdermal. There's no contraindications. So before you ask, can I, the answer is yes. And boy, we activate the light within, which is right up my alley, obviously. Working with the light of your body in your water. What's your water? Your bio water. You are 99% water molecularly. All right, guys, much love to you and yours. I hope you enjoyed this ranting, and come to both or all. And if you need more info about the phototherapy, private message me. I'll send you a quick video about the science. It is patented. There's over 120 something patents attributed to it. And the results speak for themselves. And then come to my sound bath at 2 p.m. That's in the Alchemical Academy group, by the way. I'm putting all these links in the description of this video. Come on in there, and then come into the Floatarian water activation fasting groups. You come for the fasting, stay for the lifestyle. Catchy, isn't it? Oh, your life's going to transform in the most magically delicious ways. I can't wait for you to be fully present, fully engaged, winning, pushing your boundaries just slightly. This is the edge. This is the edge that people talk about when they're in the zone. Athletes and other, you know, musicians, inspired poets. You can live on that as well. And ironically, when you live on the edge of your comfort zone of identity, you're actually centered in your fullness. So it's this expansive journey of joy, simultaneous centering. It's just delicious. All right, guys, we'll chat soon. Love you so much. Bye for now.